Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 Global Business Skills Overview video. I'm going to share my screen and go to week 2 in the Talon course. Here we go. So congratulations on making it through week 1. It's exciting to be moving forward in the course, but I also recognize that week 2 can sometimes be a stressful time for students because there's a lot to take in and a lot of new routines to get used to if you're taking more than one class. Some of you may be only taking this one class, some of you may be taking 5 classes. And I know it's hard to balance work, life, family balance, so I know this could be an adjustment point. So as always, if you have questions, please reach out to me. Kirkwood has lots of support systems as well to help you, and I can direct you to different resources that you may need to help. So welcome to week 2. Good job on the first week, establishing some rapport and trust among our group here. It looks like we have a great group, interesting people. And thanks for getting into those discussions and making it productive. This week, I think it's important before we get into week 2, just to remind you of the weekly schedule that you can find in the Start Here area. Again, I think it's fun or helpful to reinforce what to do each week. So you can see week 1, we've already been through. Week 2, right here in February, we're doing the Globe Smart Preface and Chapter 1 reading. That's your red textbook. So you should all have your textbook by now, Working Globe Smart. And this week, you'll be reading the preface and Chapter 1. You'll also be doing some readings and videos in the Talon Show. You'll be doing these 2 graded discussions and a quiz. So that wraps up everything we do this week. And you can see the due dates up here in the highlighted yellow area. So I just want to remind you, this is here. You also have your calendar function in Talon. You know, if you go here to calendar, you can see everything that's due, right? There's multiple ways to determine when things are due. In addition, you can ask me, which I'm always happy to get an email from you. Okay, let's go back to the table of contents and into week 2 so you can see what the expectations are for this week and what we're going to learn about. The topic this week is globalization. I love talking about globalization. It's so interesting to think about how the world keeps getting smaller and smaller and interconnections keep happening to make our society more and more global. Just think when you drink coffee. Coffee doesn't come from the US, it comes from a different culture. Think about the clothes that you're wearing. Look at the tags, see where they're from. Things are coming at you all the time, every day, from different parts of the world, including media, products, everything that gets manufactured. There's so many different global connections. And so you'll learn a lot about that this week. The learning outcomes are posted here in the intro video section. Really 3 different outcomes for this week. Discuss what global business is. What globalization means in the past and in the present. It's evolving all the time. Explain why it's important to everyone. I mentioned a few things just now, but you'll see in some of the videos and readings a little bit more. And then identify and describe some examples of international business activities so that you're able to discuss those things. And there's the intro video that we're watching right now. So the reading for this week, you'll have that reading from the textbook as well as these readings. And this is a different textbook that's just a copy here, an overview of international business. It's a PDF you'll read. There's a PowerPoint about globalization, and then there's a module. So make sure you read through all of these because some of the content from these things will show up on the quiz. After you've done that reading, then you'll go on to the first graded discussion for week 2. There's 2 graded discussions this week. The first one is about your text global business, people skills, Globe Smart. In the textbook, which is written by Ernst Gundling, the first quote I think is really important to think about, and that is here. The single greatest cause of difficulties in global business transactions is not a lack of technical expertise, hard work, or good intentions. Instead, it's a lack of people skills. for relating successfully with counterparts from other countries and cultures. And I hear this a lot from my colleagues who work in global business, that the reason things are either successful or they fail isn't a lot of times anything other than just relationships between people. And that's what we're going to talk about a lot in this course. So after you complete the reading, you'll post a comment addressing the following 3 questions. Remember, you need to post 2 reply posts as well to your peers. Your reply post should add content from the book, pose questions or further discussion. And your reply post should not be an assessment of your peers or an opinion or a review, but should be an additional content item to their post, either supporting or maybe not supporting what they have said, but with some basis, with something to back you up. Remember, if you're not familiar with those guidelines, and the rubric for the discussion forum is found on the syllabus as well as in the Start Here section of the course. So that's what you'll do down here. Click Start a New Thread, answer the questions, and then wait for others to respond so that you can make a discussion there. Next, you'll have the second graded discussion, which is a lot of fun because I've put together a good montage of different videos and articles about globalization. What does globalization mean? And then you'll watch those. So watch all of these videos down here, read these different articles and videos that I've posted here, and then go back and create your initial post answering these 3 questions. What does globalization mean? Is globalization inevitable, reversible, good, bad? According to whom? And how is globalization viewed differently depending on which country you are viewing it from? So that asks you to step into another perspective, try to see things from a different perspective. So make sure you cover all 3 of those in your initial posts, and then again, you'll need to do 2 reply posts in order to complete the assignment for the full 10 points. Finally, the last thing for this week is the quiz. This will be your first quiz. It will be over a lot of that content, the readings, the textbook, and the videos that were in the discussion forum. All of those will be part of the quiz as well. So remember, you can take the quiz 2 times. I'll take just the highest score. So do that strategically, however it works for you. And that will be part of your grade. That encompasses what we're going to be up to this week in week 2. I hope you have a great week. I'm looking forward to seeing your responses and seeing how you participate in the discussion forum.